she will not be participating in the All-Star game or the three-point contest.
Caitlin Clark, unfortunately, is going to miss WNBA All-Star game and the three-point contest.
A long career ahead, and you don't want this injury to continue jumping around her leg and then it turns into something more serious.
I was getting excited to watch Caitlin Clark and A'ja Wilson on the same team.
WNBA just suspended the All-Star game after shocking Caitlin Clark. Injury. The WNBA just pulled the plug on its biggest event of the year. And yes, it all started with Caitlin Clark going down in pain. The All-Star game is officially in chaos, and fans are furious after seeing their favorite player drop to the floor. What was supposed to be a celebration just turned into a full-blown disaster.
I do think ultimately it is the right decision. As badly as I know Caitlin probably wants to play because it's in Indiana and she was supposed to be in the three-point contest.
The WNBA All-Star game was just days away. Ticket prices spiked. Fans had flown in from out of state just to see Caitlin Clark take the stage. She was supposed to be the main event, a team captain, a three-point contest highlight. The reason this year's game was projected to pull in record-breaking views, and then the whole thing imploded.
Late Tuesday night, we saw Caitlin Clark hold her groin. We saw Caitlin Clark dig her head in the stanchion.
She went down clutching her groin, tears in her eyes, towel over her face. It wasn't just another injury timeout, it was a moment that sent a chill across the entire WNBA. July 14th, Indiana Fever versus Connecticut Sun. Fever won by 5 points, but no one cared about the score. Because with less than 5 minutes left in the fourth, Caitlin Clark, the face of the league, was hunched over in real pain.
We saw Stephanie White after the game say Caitlin felt something.
After the game, Fever head coach Stephanie White didn't help matters. She said, "Caitlin felt something." That's it. No details, no plan, just vague discomfort and a shrug. But by the next day, reality hit. Imaging confirmed a right groin injury, serious enough that she was immediately pulled from both the All-Star game and the three-point contest. Days before the biggest WNBA event of the year, their brightest star was ruled out. Just like that. Caitlin had been selected as team captain. She wasn't just playing, she was the event, the centerpiece, the ratings draw, the reason fans were flying in, hotels were booking up, and broadcasters were hyping the weekend like it was the Super Bowl. And now, she was gone.
Caitlin Clark, unfortunately, is going to miss WNBA All-Star game and the three-point contest because of the groin injury.
I'm incredibly sad and disappointed to say I can't participate in the three-point contest or the All-Star game.
She released a heartfelt statement thanking Indianapolis and the host committee. Said she was incredibly sad and disappointed and had to rest her body. You could feel the weight in her words. This wasn't just a minor setback, this was a gut punch to her, the league, and the fans. You want numbers? Caitlin Clark brought in 1.5 million viewers just last Friday against the Atlanta Dream. That game peaked at 1.8 million. Her next game, 2.1 million average viewers, peaking at 2.5 million. But then Tuesday happened. She got injured, and everything changed.
I know Caitlin Clark, this was a big deal. Not only to the fans, not only to the people, not only to the league, but to Caitlin Clark. This was a big deal.
The drop-off was immediate. The game that followed hers only managed 470,000 viewers. That's over 1 million people turning the channel the second she wasn't on screen. That's not just a dip, it's a cliff.
The All-Star game, folks, I was getting excited to watch Caitlin Clark and A'ja Wilson on the same team.
And what about the fans? The ones who bought tickets hoping to see Caitlin in action. The families who drove hours. The kids who got this trip as a birthday gift. People had Clark jerseys, Clark posters, dreams of high-fiving their hero. And now, she won't even be suiting up.
But the fact is, she's out. I think this is the right thing. You have to put a priority on getting well for games that count.
It's heartbreaking. This was supposed to be her moment. The first All-Star game ever held in Indianapolis. Clark, Boston, Mitchell, all repping the Fever in their hometown. A record-breaking event in the making. Now, It feels like a balloon just popped. And if you listen to the fans, the anger isn't just about the injury, it's about how it was handled. The league let her play through constant contact, hard fouls, no calls. Black and white sports didn't hold back, blasting officials for letting Caitlyn get beat up all season. They weren't exaggerating. She's been targeted physically game after game with little protection. And now, the WNBA pays the price.
And when she is running back on the other end of the court, it seems like she's grabbing her groin area. Now, it also seems like she's grabbing her right groin area, and her last groin injury.
Whether it's mental exhaustion, frustration with another injury, feeling a pop in the groin, feeling something in the groin that you know isn't a good sign.
Caitlyn wasn't just injured. She was overworked, underprotected, and pushed to her limit. And now the event that was built around her has to move on. Without her. This injury was the collapse of a weekend the WNBA needed. The All-Star game went from must-watch to maybe I'll check the highlights. The league has to find a replacement captain, a new name for the three-point contest, and a way to convince fans that the show must go on. But for a lot of people, it's just not the same without number 22.
And I'm here to tell you, it is not a good moment in the fan base. Fans are quiet online. A lot of people are starting to look like they're reselling their All-Star tickets.
Let's be real. When Caitlin Clark dropped out of the All-Star game, the WNBA didn't just lose a player. They lost their main event. Behind the scenes, it wasn't just disappointment. It was full-on panic mode. This game wasn't just for show. It was a revenue monster. Sponsorships lined up, TV promos running back-to-back, and all of it perfectly timed with those tricky CBA negotiations going on. Yeah, those negotiations. Big contracts, bigger expectations, and suddenly the league's most bankable star was out.
Caitlin Clark just returned back from injury not even a week ago. She did 1.5 million viewers against the Atlanta Dream on Friday.
And the numbers? They tell the story. When Clark played the Atlanta Dream, the game pulled in 1.5 million viewers, with a peak of 1.8 million. Solid gold. The next game without her, viewership dropped by over 1 million. Just 470,000 people stuck around. That's not a dip, that's a full-on nosedive. It's like fans said, no Caitlyn, no click. The TV execs definitely felt that one. It's hard to sell ad space when the ratings graph looks like a cliff.
This shit is ridiculous.
Now, ticket holders are scrambling. Some are trying to resell. Others, asking for refunds, especially those who planned their whole trip around seeing Clark live. And where are the sponsors? Oh, they've gone awfully quiet. You know it's bad when brands stop tweeting and start ghosting. What was supposed to be the most watched, most hyped All-Star weekend in WNBA history now feels like a balloon slowly losing air.
A lot of people were not happy that she had not made this game to begin with. I did see that a lot.
And while the league is trying to spin this like it's no big deal, the fans aren't buying it because honestly, this wasn't just an injury, it was something that's been brewing all season long.
That would keep some type of ratings around. Because this will have a negative impact on ratings, make no mistake about it.
Let's talk about how they've treated Caitlyn on the court, or how they've ignored what's been happening to her. They let her get beat up. And honestly, that's not even an exaggeration. Game after game, she's been shoved, bumped, elbowed, knocked down, and somehow, not getting calls. Not one. Not a single flagrant. Referees just swallow the whistle like it's their job. It's so bad that even Black and White Sports said flat out, they won't call a foul for Caitlin Clark, not one time, never. And they're not wrong.
More importantly, they're holding Kathy accountable. Kathy Engelbert is the commissioner of the league. She has yet to release a statement, yet to step in to address these WNBA referees.
This isn't basketball anymore. It's starting to look like roller derby. And where's Commissioner Kathy Engelbert during all of this? Nowhere to be found. She's letting the chaos play out while the league's biggest star is out here getting bodied every game. Fans are furious. Commentators are calling it negligence. And others? Well, they're comparing it to WWE, except nobody gets thrown out, suspended, or fined. You don't even need a chair. Just aim a shoulder at Clark's ribs and go. And now, with Caitlyn sidelined, the question becomes, who takes her spot? Because that's a PR landmine all by itself.
Brittany Sykes would join Team Clark as a replacement for Caitlin Clark in the 2025 AT&T WNBA All-Star Game.
So who did Kathy Engelbert pick? Brittany Sykes. And no disrespect to Brittany, she's a solid player, but she wasn't even originally selected. Not by fans, not by coaches. She just kind of appeared. Instantly, fans called it out as a box-checking move. Some even joked the league threw darts at a board and went with whoever it landed on. It felt lazy. It felt forced. It felt like a move the WNBA had to make, not one fans wanted.
Caitlin Clark, I gotta find a replacement for your for the three-point contest. Lexi Hull, are you busy? Get in there.
Meanwhile, you've got Lexi Hull sitting right there. Fever player, local connection. Would have fired up the crowd. Then there's Kelsey Mitchell, an all-star level scorer with experience and respect. And Sophie Cunningham, she's been on fire. Last 3 games, she's 8 of 11 from deep. Her jersey, 12,000 sold instantly. She's basically the second most popular Fever player right now. But still, no invite.
I mean, you know, you could throw a damn dart at the wall at this point and put somebody in. I would care.
Is the WNBA even listening? Because here's the problem. When your biggest star gets hurt after months of being targeted, then you ignore the fans begging for her teammates to step in. It sends a clear message. One nobody likes.
Speak up and speak out. At this point, they don't even care if we speak out.
Instead of leaning into the hype, honoring the crowd, and keeping the momentum going, the league made decisions that feel corporate, clinical, cold. And fans, they notice. They always notice. So here we are. The All-Star Game's biggest draw is gone. The ratings are tanking. The replacement pick sparked more outrage than excitement. And the player who sold 12,000 jerseys overnight can't even get a nod.
Now, this couldn't have happened at a worse point for the WNBA, especially with CBA negotiations unfolding.
The WNBA had a golden opportunity to rise above the chaos. Instead, it looks like they fumbled it on and off the court.
Anyway, God, I hate to even bring that up, but it is what it is.
Here's where things get spicy. Because believe it or not, it wasn't the Indiana Fever who made the final call on Caitlin Clark pulling out of the All-Star game. It was Clark and her team. That's right. The same player who's been the face of every commercial, highlight reel, and news headline said, "We're not leaving it up to the Fever anymore." And honestly, can you blame her?
Health is wealth, as they would say.
After weeks of getting shoved around, barely protected on the court, and then getting injured again right after returning from a previous knock, her team is now taking the Tom Brady route. Remember how Brady had his own nutritionist, body coach, everything? Same concept. A private medical team, full control over her health and schedule because clearly counting on the franchise wasn't cutting it. And all of this? It just added fuel to an already burning fire. Because let's not pretend this is happening in a vacuum. This is happening in a league that's already been deeply divided. And Caitlin Clark's withdrawal sent it into overdrive.
Bro, but I'm hella mad tonight, guys. I just gotta be honest, man.
You've got Angel Reese fans literally celebrating Clark's injury on social media. I mean, who does that? The tension between the two fan bases is now on a whole new level. There's no denying it anymore. It's a full-blown culture war. Then there's the Waffle House controversy, where some Twitter users made coded, racially tinged jokes that quickly turned nasty. It didn't take long before major accounts started calling it out as blatant trolling. Clark fans fought back. Angel fans doubled down. And suddenly, this wasn't just sports anymore. It was politics, race, and identity wars all wrapped into one.
But this news is alarming for the league, and it's alarming for the league because this is such a crucial year for the WNBA.
Fans had questions. They went off wondering if this was a direct jab at the league's leadership, or maybe even a dig at the whole Clark drama. Either way, it was bold, and it got people talking. But here's the bigger picture. All of this, every headline, every injury update, every fan war, it proves something really important. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a mirror. And right now, she's reflecting everything the WNBA needs to fix. On the court, off the court, and behind closed doors. This isn't just about a groin injury anymore, it's about pressure, power, politics, and one player who's caught in the middle of it all. Like this video and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single detail.